Okay, feel the energy ready. An arithmetic sequence has first term 5 and common difference 10. If the sum of all terms is 720, how many terms are in the sequence? Okay, so you basically try to write out the variables you know for this kind of word problem. The first term is 5, so U1 is 5. The common difference is 10, D is 10. We have the sum of all the terms 720, that's Sn equals 720. How many terms are in the sequence? So the question is find n. Right away, the buzzword is arithmetic. As soon as you hear the word arithmetic, you just write down the formulas involving arithmetic, or you can refer to them. But recall that the sum of all terms, this is the sum formula. So we're going to use either this formula here or this formula here. We have to decide which one to use. The question is find n. Now what we have here is we have d equals 10. So I'm leaning towards this formula here just because we know what d is. Also, we don't actually know what un is. We don't know what that last number is. So let's definitely not use this formula here. Let's go with this one here. All right. So it says here the sum is 720. So we're going to say 720 is equals to, and I'm really concentrating on this part here, n over 2, I'm sorry, we don't know what n is. We're going to write some big, giant brackets here. 2 times the first guy, and the first person is 5, plus n minus 1. Unfortunately, we don't know what n is. D. And the d here is 10. So take a step back and look at this equation here. You have one unknown variable n, and the rest are numbers. Once your algebra is strong enough, you can just relax. Okay, so let's just work it out a little bit, tiny bitty. I know there's n in more than one place, so that might cause a bit of a headache. Let's try it out here. Just relax, pretend this is a vacation. This is fun. We have 10. Distribution, we have 10 times n is going to be 10n. 10 times negative 1 is negative 10. We know that the 10 and the negative 10, they cancel. So let's just change colors here. And what we have now is we have 720 is equals to this business here. Now, I could have went with this. I'm going to just, for fun, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2, because I don't like that fraction here. So what we have now is we have 1440 is equals to n times 10n. So in math, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to multiply both sides by the same number. In this case, it's 2. Why did I choose 2? Is because we have a denominator that I don't like. So we have 1440 is equals to 10n times n is 10n squared. Gonna divide both sides by 10, so we have 144 is equals to n squared. So this is the algebra that hopefully you've seen this before. When you have a variable squared, please remember that when you square root both sides, that the variable x or n or whatever letter you may have is not just the square root of 144, it's the plus minus square root of 144. So n is equals to either positive 12 or negative 12, or more concisely, plus minus 12. The square root of 144 is 12. Now, algebraically, this may make sense, but we have to always revisit the question and see if it's reasonable. The question is how many terms are in the sequence. And so, can you really have a negative number of terms? And the answer is no. So these are the two possible answers, so we're definitely going to confirm that yes, there could be 12 different numbers. However, you can't have negative 12 terms. Some people might want to have 12 babies, but however, you can't have negative 12 babies no matter how much you dislike children.